Nigeria's northeast region is an agricultural hub. Boundless opportunities to create wealth and jobs exist in the region. The region comprises 6 states producing crops and livestock that, if properly harnessed, could contribute greatly to the economy of Nigeria. It boasts of arable land for farming, with about 80% of our people engaged in subsistence agriculture. However, the almost a decade insurgency that has ravaged the region is slowing the opportunities of growth that will make the region the tourist destination. Thanks to the government that is working to establish peace and security in the northeast. But the story is about to change following the new thinking of the Northeast Commodity Association. NECAS is taking advantage of the economic potentials of the region. It is supporting the development of the strategic domestic economic growth of the area, believing that what is needed to change the negative narrative are within reach. Every state in the Northeast has the ability to produce and place the region as an agro-based regional economy. Therefore, when President Muhammadu Buhari challenged Nigerians to take agriculture to diversify the economy, this group of young people did not leave anything to chance. It all started on November 17, 2015, when Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari launched the Anchor Borrowers Program with the hope that the scheme will lift thousands of small farmers out of poverty and generate millions of jobs for unemployed Nigerians. Subsequently, President Buhari, through the Central Bank of Nigeria, released substantial amount of money to support the entire value chain. The funds are accessed using 3 windows: private-led window, state window, and the commodity window. Among these 3 windows, the Commodity Association is the only one that stands the test of time. The program was introduced at a time when the Northeast region is still reeling from the impact of insurgency, leading to the destruction of farmlands and displacing farmers. In order to bring back the lost glory of agriculture in the Northeast, a young and energetic entrepreneur, Sadiq Daware, decided to change the sad commentary. Sadiq's home state Adamawa is one of the states currently bearing the brunt of insurgency. Sadiq Daware, alongside other like minds in the Northeast, decided to form an association that will assist farmers affected by the crisis and to change the ugly narrative in the eyes of the world. Slowly and gradually, things began to take shape after a series of meetings and consultations between key stakeholders in the Northeast states of Adamawa, Borno, Yobe, Gombe, Bauchi, and Taraba. The Northeast Commodity Association was formed in 2018 in partnership with the Bank of Agriculture and the Central Bank of Nigeria.
We came about establishing the Northeast Commodity Association to put our people into smaller groups with a view, 1, of knowing the benefits of group dynamics. Secondly, to acquire training on best agri practice. Third, to also have culture of savings and records keeping on one aspect. Second aspect, to also benefit the interventions in agri sector, the lending, the processing, and the entire activities. So we came about the Northeast Commodity Association fully well that we know definitely we can make our people understand and benefit. And I'm happy today that on barely less than 2 years of its existence, the Northeast Commodity Association has come to stay, and our people are aware, happy, and are benefiting from the program.
Shortly after the formation of NECAS, the association keyed into the Anchor Borrowers Program through the Commodity Association window, having fulfilled all the requirements. The necessary documentation done, NECAS approached the Central Bank of Nigeria to see how it can get support, and luckily for them, the CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele approved from the first farming cycle that NECAS can key into the 5 commodities, namely rice, sorghum, maize, soybeans, and cotton.
His Excellency, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, understood the mind of the president and set up the guidelines on how we can access the Anchor Boros Program Fund in Central Bank. And on our part, we carefully studied the guidelines and approached the Central Bank. One, you have to be a registered commodity association. Secondly, you must have officials across the states, local government, and ward. Third, you also need to have a commitment on how you can run a commodity association. After that, then you can forward your expression of interest to Central Bank, on which we did. Secondly, the Central Bank can study your expression of interest, your capacity to deliver, and most importantly, your recovery strategy.
Part of the measures taken by NECAS to revitalize agriculture in the region was the recruitment of agricultural extension service workers. To make them more effective, NECAS distributed operational vehicles and motorcycles in order to enable them access farmlands and help in the loan recovery process. Since inception, NECAS has empowered more than 37,000 local farmers in the Northeast with the distribution of farm input such as improved seedlings, insecticides, fertilizer, water pump machines, among others. To ensure decorum and transparency, NECAS did not waste time towards doing the needful. NECAS was able to pay a substantial amount as recovery. The loan recovery, which was flagged off in Yola, the Adamawa state capital, had representation from the CBN, Bank of Agriculture, as well as other partners in the agricultural value chain.
The Northeast Commodity Association, based on our recovery strategy, has been able to make effort in repaying back after the first farming cycle. And that's what qualifies us to immediately key in into the second farming cycle.
It's worthy of emulation by all other commodity associations. We have set a pace and we wish other commodity associations to follow the footsteps.
Borno State, which goes with the slogan of Home of Peace and epicenter of the Boko Haram crisis, the impact of the Northeast Commodity Association is being felt. Here, farmers now have a sense of belonging, mainly due to the constant support given to get them back to the farm. The assistance has made farmers in Borno having a robust yield against all odds. The leadership of NECAS in Borno, alongside all the development partners, say the association has been able to put smiles on the faces of farmers in the state. For at least all hope is not lost.
Halin da North-East take ciki, Allah ya fara cire mu a cikin halin kakani kai dalilin NECAS. Domin yau mun yi engaging mutane fiye da baka tsammani a harkar NECAS. Wani yanzu haka muna da manoma yanzu haka da ba za su san inda za su je su samu kayan da zai wa amfani su je su yi don su samu amfanin gona ba sai da NECAS ta zo.
Tunda muka san kanmu muka tsanci kanmu a lokacin da ake yin wahalhalun noman nan ba mu ji daɗin noma irin na wannan shekaran ba. Kuma wannan kungiya mun gode wa Allah, mun gode mata, kuma mun gode wa wanda suka kawo mana, kuma mun ji daɗi sosai.
I am 100% sure that the NECAS activities here in Borno State will improve the standard of living of those people in Borno State, including the beneficiaries and including those whom their farm, nearby neighboring farms that are being cultivated.
In Yobe State, the young shall grow. The Commodity Association has also done tremendously well in lifting thousands of farmers out of poverty. Farmers in the state, like in other states in the region, received assistance that will empower them to have a robust yield. Farmers visited in their farmlands are all looking extremely happy because their major demands of input distribution are now being met. Leadership of NECAS recount the successes of the association and its impact to the farmers in Yobe State.
Tunda muke bamu taba ganin wani kungiya ko kuma jin wani kungiya wanda so ta yi rawar gani kamar na NECAS ba. gaskiya tunda muke mu anan jihar Yobe ba mu san wani kungiya ba, sai dai muna jin labarin su wani waje state su irin su Kebbi su Sokoto hakan nan, amma mu in ba zuwan NECAS din nan ba mu san da wani kungiya wanda har mutane mu suka yi benefiting bangaren harkar noma ba.
From look of things and from the very good start, we need to appreciate NECAS. People have welcomed it and accept it, and from the very good beginning, there are so many good things that have happened. Many have benefited, like last year, about 5,002 have benefited, and we are made to understand that even in terms of the reform, substantial part of it, up to 70%, were refunded.
Za a ɗauki iri a baka, za a baka taki, za a baka magani. To wannan shine bambancin da yanzu. Da wannan ba mu san shi ba kwata-kwata.
Yanzu a dalilin noman da muka yi na bara an amfana nesa ba kusa ba. Yanzu duk inda ka je ka zaga a kasuwanni za ka samu abinci ya sauka a cikin kashi 3, kashi 1 ne kuɗinsa yanzu. Kashi 2 nan duk an samu ci gaba a dalilin wannan kungiya.
Yanzu da na zo na yi aiki da maganin da NECAS ta bani, na ga mahimmancin ainihin wannan aiki da nake. Farko kuma ina yin sa da ƙarfi na ne da noma da sauransu, dan ban san yadda ake yi da magani ba.
Gombe State is another state across the region whose farmers benefited from the support of NECAS. Gombe is a huge agricultural potential. The emergence of NECAS has helped local farmers in the state to come up with the best agricultural practices. The prompt distribution of farm imports to farmers during the 2 farming season no doubt has lifted thousands of farmers out of poverty and providing employment opportunities to the teeming youth.
Already in Gombe we have received close to almost 30 tractors, and we are expecting about 100 tractors that are coming to improve mechanization in the state. This will help in no small way in agricultural production, because it has never happened in the history of Gombe State. We have never had it so beautiful, so nice for people of Gombe State to have mechanization services in all the local governments for all the farmers that are participating. This is coming because of NECAS, Northeast Commodities Association.
We are really grateful for the coming in NECAS, because he's doubled our farming. The NECAS is giving us essential things to upgrade our farming.
We are farmers, but for we to find the fertilizer is a big deal. We have to go and look for money here and there, so that we'll join it together and go and buy the fertilizer, and the fertilizer will not satisfy the need. We'll just have to manage it. With the help of these NECAS, we are happy.
Irana ga manoma 'yan uwana, idan mun je mun yi aiki, mun yi noma, mun samu abin da muka samu, sai mu samu mu tsaya, mu kimance, mu fitar da abin da ake nema, abin da za mu mayar, saboda mu samu noma na ci gaba. Yadda ƙasar mu ta ci gaba, kuma jama'a mu ci gaba, mu samu natsuwa, mu samu kwanciyar hankali, ƙasar mu ya wadata.
Bauchi, home of peace and hospitality, is another beneficiary enjoying the support of the Northeast Commodity Association, NECAS. Bauchi State provides suitable land for agricultural activities, mainly due to its type of vegetation that enable different crops to grow. But activities of NECAS has further exploited these resources for optimum use by farmers in the state. Bauchi farmers now enjoy all that is due to them to better their farmlands and improve their well-being. Away from the norm, the mechanized system of farming introduced in Bauchi has helped farmers greatly to have a sense of belonging courtesy of NECAS.
When NECAS came, initially we had, for the first instance, we got 2,530 farmers. Then later, this planting season, we have about 12,000, more than 12,000 farmers. And out of these 12,000 farmers, 11,883 farmers have registered. All of them, we have given them their inputs for rice only. And now we have about 27,000 farmers that have been cleared by CVN to enjoy the anchor borrowers through NECAS in 5 different commodities.
We are grateful to NECAS because they have assisted farmers in different ways. Most of the time we wanted to farm, but lack of funding, we are not doing so many hectares.
Gaskiya wannan program ya mana kyau sosai tun ba mu Adas ba yankin mu Adas. Gaskiya manoma sun ji daɗi kwarai da gaske don ba su sammaci dama abin zai zama haka ba. Amma yadda suka ga muke ta shigo mu manoma da kaya gaskiya sun yaba kwarai da gaske.
Ba karamin fa'ida bane matukan aka ci gaba da irin wa'annan abubuwan. To ina tabbatar maka ba ma Najeriya ba irin su Niger, Kamaru, Chadi da duk irin kasashen makwabtan mu din nan sai sun wadata da abinci ba ma mu kaɗai ba.
Ta ba mu taki, maganin feshi da iri ingantacce da kuma a cikin yardar Allah da aka samu wannan harka ta wannan noma na NECAS filaye ma masu unguwanni zuwa jawarawa sun taimaka an babba mu ƙara mana filayen noma.
Taraba, nature's gift of the nation, could best be described as the food basket of the region. It is blessed with the highest agricultural potential across the northeast. Lack of government commitment over the years remains the biggest challenge to farmers in the state. But the Northeast Commodity Association has since swung into action through its intervention programs such as distribution of improved seedlings, insecticide, water pump machine, fertilizer, among others.
Kafin NECAS ta zo gaskiya mutane ba sa iya samun su yi noma yadda ya kamata. Domin lokacin da damina ya shiga zaka ga yawanci manoma ba su da kudi a hannu. Ba su da kudin da za su yi tractor, su sayi iri, sayi magani, su yi feshi, su sa taki. Wannan lokacin babu wannan mutane da yawa zaka ga ba za su iya noman ba.
Before the coming of NECAS to the Northeast in general or to Taraba State in particular, farmers in Taraba State are facing a lot of problems. Problems concerning agricultural inputs. The income, the money, the capital to start farming with has been a problem bedeviling farmers in Taraba State. But with the coming of NECAS, I think there is a feel of relief because NECAS has provided the farming inputs, fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides, and so on, which has given a lot of succor to farmers in Taraba State.
In fact, people have now come to realize they have to lie with NECAS instead of so that they will produce their grains, because the assistance that NECAS is giving to them, we have never seen that one before.
Adamawa State, the land of beauty, the activities of NECAS in the state cannot be overemphasized. Farmers in the 21 local governments of the state have been able to get back to life following the destruction meted out on their farmlands in the state. Yola, the Adamawa state capital, is the birthplace of NECAS with its national headquarters located in the heart of the city. Farmers in the area have now perfected the art of modern techniques of agriculture, courtesy of NECAS, who have revolutionized agriculture. Just like other benefiting states in the region, farmers in Adamawa also benefited from the gesture of input distribution.
That for this year alone, we have over 27,000 farmers benefited. Because if you can see here, this is the bulk of the list and all the inputs they benefited from, because we have a comprehensive list that has been approved by the central bank, and we use it to give all the farmers their inputs from input A to input Z, so that at least each farmer, before he collects his inputs, he must see that these are the input that is being allocated to him.
With NECAS in Adamawa State, you can see many farmers prouding, many farmers bringing good food, eating good food in their houses because of the hands that they get. That is the helping hands from NECAS. Because all the needs of a farmer, NECAS is with it. And NECAS help the farmers with the facilities or input that will help them to boost farming in Adamawa State. Not only in Adamawa.
With the assistance coming from NECAS, thousands of farmers across the local government in the state have greatly improved their agricultural production output. Part of the success story of NECAS is the prompt distribution of farm imports to farmers in the region, and most importantly, the deployment of 600 tractors across the northeast. The intention is to provide mechanized agricultural services to farmers.
So, Central Bank of Nigeria saw reason in what I'm saying and asked me to discuss with my participating financial institution. And the Bank of Agriculture has graciously approved that I should go ahead and identify a vendor who can provide me with tractors and they can pay the services. So that is how it started. I'm happy to announce to you today that we have a fleet of 600 brand new tractors across the Northeast.
A feat that has never been seen in the history of the region's agricultural practice, NECAS, with its headquarters in Yola, the Adamawa state capital, is now a hub of thousands of job opportunities.
In addition to services we are providing to our farmers, we also create a lot of direct and indirect jobs. In each state, we have appointed the general manager. Those tractors have supervisors. They have tractor operators. They have tractor mates. They have spare part vendors. They have vulcanizers. So you can imagine and see the chain and the employment we are creating. That's direct employment we are talking about. Not to talk of indirect employment.
Therefore, the target of NECA's national chairman is to have 2 million farmers on his platform across the region. Part of the dream and vision of Sadiq Daware is to build a national microfinance bank that will make NECAS self-sustaining and create more jobs in the agricultural chain. Realizing that loans in Nigeria are open to abuse, NECAS adopted the mechanism of an intelligence management center to appraise the performance of its farmers. The Situation Room, situated in the heart of Abuja, the nation's capital city, monitors development on the field and materials to ensure optimal performance. World powers have successfully turned their God-given resources and knowledge to huge enterprises to the admiration of many nations. Their human capacities come in handy to provide the necessary support and manpower needs. And that's the new thinking of the Sadiq Daware-led Commodity Association. The region could potentially offer food security to Nigeria and generate export revenues. Above all, NECAS was able to achieve its objectives with the assistance and kind gesture from Nigeria's Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele for his commitments toward assisting local farmers in Nigeria.
The Central Bank has granted under its Anchor Borrower program close to 190 billion naira to over 1.1 million smallholder farmers in Nigeria across different product ranges in Nigeria. We are not talking about rice. We've also extended this to cassava. We've extended it to maize. We've extended this to soya beans. We've extended it to palm oil. And indeed, I'm assuring everybody that given this mandate, we'll extend it such that, and it's a promise I make today, that in 2 years, we should be able to see that the impact of Central Bank's agricultural program would have permeated all the nooks and crannies in Nigeria. That is a mandate, that is a promise that we make today.
The Anchor Borrowers Program in Nigeria was established by President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015 to help local farmers out of poverty and have a robust yield. It's a program that has come to succeed previous agricultural policies in Nigeria, such as the Green Revolution, Operation Feed the Nation, etc. With the recent effort by the Buhari administration through the Central Bank of Nigeria, it is however certain that the Anchor Borrowers program has come to stay in view of its success stories recorded by different commodity associations such as NECAS. It is also expected that the farmers pay back their loan asset when due, so that the association can also live up to its obligations from both the government and the farmers.